Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, we're going to be making this cute little matchbook holder that's just the right size to adhere in a Ghirardelli chocolate square. That would be good for an Easter treat. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using the sentiment from the Thoughtful Banner stamp set from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And then these two dies from the Succulent Framelits collection that is part of that Oh So Succulent bundle that is just wonderful. Okay, let's look at our base. It's a piece of mint macaron cut at 2 by 5.5, and I'm going to grab the Stampin' Trimmer so we can do some scoring. First, we're going to score at 2 1/4. And then at 4 7/8. All right, let's go ahead and fold on those score lines. Here's my bone folder. You can adjust the width of this if you'd like to make it wider. With this, the Ghirardelli chocolate square probably would have the little ends of the package extending beyond, but I think that's fine. But if you'd like to make it a little bit wider, you could just widen it here. Rather than 2, you could go 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and do the same process. Okay, so now we're going to take a piece of that Succulent Garden Designer Series paper, and this piece is cut at 2 1/8 by 1 7/8. I already have some adhesive on the back, and I'm just going to center that on the front flap. And then down here I have a piece cut at 1/2 by 1 7/8, and we're going to put that on that bottom closure. Then I'm just going to take a stapler, and I've got the Stampin' Up! Stapler, but if that is no longer available in the online store, you can just use any stapler to staple down here close to that fold. Okay, see where that is? Okay, and that's going to hold that secure. So now I have these two pretty little flowers, and I've got some rich raspberry ink. The flowers are cut from Sweet Sugar Plum, but I wanted a little deeper shade, so I chose with rich raspberry, and I'm just going to sponge up the ends with a little sponge dauber and do that on both. This just gives it a little more depth and makes it stand out a little bit more from the background. Okay, now I'm going to take a dot of glue and put the little flower down here. I'm going to need that ink again in a minute to do the sentiment. Put that like that. All right, then I have my in color enamel shapes, and I'm just going to take 2 of these. These are in Sweet Sugar Plum as well, and use those for the center of the flower. Okay, now let's stamp our sentiment. I've mounted the word blessed on this clear block, and I have a scrap piece of mint macaron, and I'm going to ink this up and stamp here close to the edge, and then I'm going to use the classic label punch and center that and punch it out. Now that's a little long, so I decided to come in this way, and I line up the edge of the word, the D, where I can still see that there, and punch a little flag in. And then I'm going to do this end on the other side and line up the B with the edge and punch. And there we have a little bannered end. Okay, let's get this, and I'm going to go ahead and tuck that inside, and then we'll just take a little bit of our liquid glue and attach that I'm going to slip it right beneath that flower. I only put some adhesive, some glue right in the center of the flower. And then it's ready to go. Okay, all we need to do is add the candy. If you have any questions, let me know. Please visit my website at inkandinspirations.com for the project details, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.